Welcome students. Our next topic is EMI, electromagnetic induction, and Faraday's experiment. EMI, electromagnetic induction, and Faraday's experiment. Electromagnetic induction. Electromagnetic induction, and this is done by Michael Faraday, that is great physicist. So this is also known as Faraday's experiment. Okay, so first see there what are the introduction of electromagnetic induction. So before going to Faraday's experiment or before going to electromagnetic induction, we have to go through the Oersted experiment once again. See there what Oersted experiment, you better know. When electric source applied through any wire, current start flowing. If we put the magnetic needle below the wire, then it gets deflected. It means magnetic field created due to current. Magnetic field created due to what? Current, and this is called magnetic effect of current. This is called magnetic effect of current. It means current through the any wire converted into what? Magnet, because moving electron we have as a magnet. That was Oersted experiment. That was Oersted experiment. When current drawn through any wire, then magnetic field created surrounding the wire. It means magnetism is created by current. That's why it is called magnetic effect of electric current. Okay, that was the experiment done by Oersted. In your own life, Faraday studied about that experiment, and he was the lab assistant in USA lab. He noticed that if magnetic field created due to current, it means current converted into magnet. According to Faraday, he think about that. If electric current convert into magnet, why not magnet converted into current? He was trying to work in opposite process. If according to Oersted, current converted into magnet, then Faraday think that if current converted into magnet, why not magnet converted into current? If magnetism converted into current, there will be the crisis of electricity will finish. That time he was thinking about this one. So then he start his experiment. Which was in opposite process of what? Oersted. He took a coil, a galvanometer, a magnet. That was the devices. That was the instrument what he had. Okay, and he started his experiment, and after hard work of 11 years, he wrote in own biography, after hard work of 11 years, he didn't got any success. Very dominating point for him. After hard work of 11 years, he didn't got any success. Then one day, he threw the magnet on the wire. When magnet fall on the wire, then he noticed the deflection through the galvanometer. One day, with angriness, he threw the magnet on coil. Then he noticed that the pointer of galvanometer is vibrating as like this. It means and the galvanometer will deflected in the presence of only current. Although there was no electric source. Only magnet is there. It means for a little moment, current drawn through galvanometer, and he got the success, and he confirmed that for a little moment, current created through the coil. In this way, magnet converted into current. And he got the Nobel Prize for this one. See there, when current drawn, it create the magnet. When magnet strike on coil, then it convert into current. Here current converted into magnet. Here magnetism converted into current. And this is done by Faraday. That's why it is called Faraday's law. Very important and very important scientist in our life. When he threw the magnet, because there was a hard work of 11 years, he was not happy with own experiment. One day when he opened the lab, and with angriness he threw the magnet on coil, then for a little moment galvanometer get deflected, and galvanometer deflection of galvanometer shows that for a little moment current drawn through the coil, and that confirm that magnetic magnetism converted into current, and this is called Faraday's experiment, and this is known as electromagnetic induction. So what will electromagnetic induction, how we define? This is the introduction of EMI and Faraday's experiment. Then he confirmed that as like this. This is the galvanometer. See there, what is the Faraday experiment? When magnet, this is the north, this is south, when magnet push towards the coil, what happened? When pole become very closer, no doubt number of line of force are maximum at pole, so number of line of forces are maximum. That is called flux. Number of line of force passes through any loop is called flux, and it is represented by phi, as like this phi, and phi is maximum. When any magnet moves towards coil, then flux is what? Flux, that is noted by phi. Phi is maximum. Okay. In same condition, in second case, this is the galvanometer. When magnet north and south moves away from coil, what happens? If pole is away, no doubt this number of line of force, that is flux. Flux turns what? Minimum. Are you getting the point? When any magnet moves towards coil, flux. What is flux? Number of line of force passes through any closed loop. Number of line of force passes through any closed loop. Normally that is called flux. This is magnetic flux, and it is represented by phi. When magnet move towards the coil, then flux is maximum. When magnet move away from coil, then flux is minimum. What is going to change? You can notice that sometimes flux is maximum, sometimes flux is what? Minimum. It means you are doing as like this. When pole closer, number of line of force will be more. When it away, line of force will be what? Less. It means there will be the change in flux from maximum to minimum. And if change in flux, EMF created, it means one become terminal positive and other terminal become what? Negative, and this create the current. Very, very important point. Due to change in flux, you can make the change in flux by moving the coil or by moving the magnet from each other. Due to change in flux, EMF created, and EMF created, then current is start flowing. This current is called induced current, and this phenomena is called electromagnetic induction. This current is called induced current, and this phenomena is called electromagnetic induction. Once again, when any magnet move towards coil or away from coil, then due to change in flux, EMF created, and if circuit is closed, then current is start flowing. What will be the direction of current? I will tell later. Okay. Then current is start flowing, and this current is called induced current, and this whole phenomena is called electromagnetic induction. It is done by Faraday. That's why it is known as Faraday's experiment. It is done by Faraday. That's why it is known as Faraday's experiment. So this is all about your Faraday's experiment. So 3 points you have to learn. Anyhow you change. If magnet is in rest, what happens? Flux will passes out, but there will be no change in flux. If flux is not changed, no EMF and no current. That mistake is done by Faraday till 11 years. So are you getting the point? Anyhow you have to change in flux, and by change in flux you can move the magnet or you can move the coil. There should be the relative motion between magnet or coil. In both, at least one should be in motion. Then change in flux will took place. Due to change in flux, EMF will created, and EMF will create the current. This current is called induced current, and this phenomena is called electromagnetic induction. Okay. So what is the direction of current? And there was a scientist Lenz. He told that don't go in larger way. He told that let us suppose this is the coil, and when any magnet move towards the coil, anyhow it should be opposed. When moving the coil, it means here north is moving towards coil. It means in front it become north, because north will repel the north. Anyhow it should be opposed. And if north, so direction become anti-clockwise. See there, direction of current become anti-clockwise. And in same condition, if this is north, this is south, it moved away from the coil. This magnet move away from the coil. What happened? It should be opposite, and you better know. If somebody coming toward your door, you push out, and if the person is going away from the door, you pull him. So in both conditions, you are opposing the person. Same condition is happening when magnet move towards coil. North pole is coming, so it become north, and north will repel the north. When north is moving away, it becomes south. You better know. Then it will oppose. It will pull the south, and south will pull the what? North and south. So it become clockwise. You can see when magnet north pole towards coil, it become anti-clockwise. When it moving away from coil, this is velocity v, it become clockwise. And in third condition, north and south, if its velocity becomes zero, if magnet become at rest, flowing current I equal to 0. It means current will drawn if and only if magnet or coil is in motion. And this current, the current is called induced current, and this phenomena is called electromagnetic induction. Are you getting? How can we apply the rule? If not, if let's suppose south is moving that side, let's suppose in that same condition as like this. This is south, this is north. South is moving towards the coil. What happened? South is moving, it should be opposed. So south will opposes by south, you better know, because like pole repel to each other. So it becomes south. If south is moving towards, it becomes south, and the direction of current become clockwise. Here north is moving, it was anti-clockwise. When north is moving away, it was clockwise. When south is moving towards coil, it becomes south, because south will oppose the south. And same manner, if south and north, south is moving away, so south is moving away and it will be pulled, and it, no doubt you better know, it will be pulled by north and it become anti-clockwise. So this is all about your electromagnetic induction and the direction of current. Okay, that's all for today.